What is going on, everybody? It is Tuesday, 7 p.m. It's time for Twilight Tuesday here on GrowedUpGeek Gaming. Welcome. I am your host and Dungeon Master Manny at GrowedUpGeek on the social medias. We're back, episode 18. It appears I have to keep track digitally because I don't remember anymore. So yeah, coming up on 20. Just a big number to me. That's real campaign stuff. So. As always, we are joined by our intrepid party. The reason why we are here and the reason why we are successful on this channel is because of these four guys. I owe them so much. As always, we'll introduce the characters, do a quick recap, and jump right in. We spent a lot of time in the monster manual in the last couple of days, so we're going to jump right into it because it's going to be fun. Let us meet. Not like the royal we, not like we.
Oh, okay.
I refer to myself as the royal we whenever possible. So yeah, let's meet our what's it called when you're like traitor to the crown? Treason? Our treasonous for questioning the royal we? Treason. Treason?
No, treasonous.
Okay.
Yeah, you got it right.
All right.
You were right.
All right. Our treasonous member of the party questioning the royal we and our international correspondent.
Wait, what?
Dustin, tell us about Kelroth.
Yes, my name is Dustin. I play Kelroth. I am a half-elf cleric of the life domain and also a pacifist. I'm here just trying to, avoid my past and try to make good where I can to make amends for supposed past deeds, and that's Kelroth.
All right, let us slide over to our optimistic and also the only character with a prop in the office.
Thunder Gauntlet.
You guys, can you hear that when it goes off?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. I was like, is it just me? Because that's a great sound. Landon, tell us about Orryn.
Orryn is a rock gnome artificer. I gotta say this real quick. It's actually pretty cool because my wife and I have been watching the MCU movies, and we just finished Infinity Wars.
Dude,
so
I love that thing. Like, I genuinely do.
But Orryn is a rock gnome artificer. He's loving the adventure so far. It may be a bit cold for him, but he's had a lot of fun with the party so far. He's still got that staff that he's always thinking about, but outside of that, he's ready to continue on with there it goes. He's ready to continue on to figure out what's up with these elves and everything.
Yeah, mountain elves. Kind of a weird thing, or so you've heard. All right. Let's get rid of that. It's not very tempting once you see it. All right. Let's go upstairs to our resident of Icewind Dale, our large lizard barbarian man. Tenta, tell us about Jaatuuli.
I'm Tenta. I play Jaatuuli. He is a very large white lizard folk worshipper of Cryovane and resident of the Icewind Dale, and he is basically ready to kill at any time and also ready to party at any time. So really, he's like me.
And had equal opportunity to do both thus far. All right, let's finish off the party with our out of town player character. Lewis, tell us about Baldr.
I'm Lewis. I'm playing Baldr, who is our Court Azamar, Way of the Living Weapon monk. Not from around these parts, but sent here and is making the best of the situation.
I mean, it's cold. If you're going to be banished somewhere, you could have been banished somewhere nicer, but hey.
Right, tropical beach somewhere.
I mean, mystical forces of the universe work in mysterious ways, I suppose. All right. So, anyway, back to me. I'm Manny at GrowedUpGeek on all the social medias, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, and YouTube. like your support on any of those platforms, give us a like, follow, subscribe, a hug, whatever that platform demands. Yeah. And so last time, the party, you guys finished up checked in on some people in 10 towns through Targos, Bryn Shander, and East Haven, places that the party had had some direct effect on through their deeds. After making their way through the town and seeing kind of the restorative nature of some of their choices and actions, set off to the woods after the ominous message from their ever-trustworthy friend Valin Harple. A series of maps kind of slowly brought this journey into focus, as well as coupled with running into the female members of the Reghead Barbarian tribe that the party's encountered more than a few times in their adventures. Coming back from actually a kind of like search and rescue mission into those same mountains, looking for the menfolk that the party had actually encountered. They came back from the mountain, bloodied, bruised, injured. Kelroth provided what healing he could, as well as just kind of the restorative nature of Rudiger's Tavern in Lonelywood. So the party set off up those same mountains, climbing for about 3 days through all kinds of just nasty, cold darkness, like Icewind Dale is wont to do at this time, before just at the end kind of poking through the cloud lines to a peak of mountain higher than the clouds. And for the first time in weeks, the party is out of the kind of range of the curse and up high enough to feel like absolute like baking sunshine on their face and their bodies. And as the party kind of cleared this like cloud line into the sun, they find just the final little kind of trails, 2 of them, up to the peak of the mountain, and a large base camp scaled for probably humanoids larger than themselves, even Jaatuuli, not by much, but at least enough. As they peek through the clouds and see the bright light and experience the sun's apparent scorching rays, see what appears to be yet another base camp. In it is a circle of stones used for a large fire, and nearby there seems to be like a pile of bones and an animal carcass, with the flesh having been like burned and cooked. And with that, the party will be at point 1 on our map down in the stream. And with that, we will turn it over to the party. It is a beautiful sunny morning for the first time in a while. And you kind of arrive at this base camp that looks like it's kind of freshly been used. What do you guys want to do?
Is at the base camp, is there anything of note that would like kind of indicate who had been here?
The stones that seem to be outside the ring that you would use to keep a fire kind of coordinated appear to be higher on the ground, off the ground. Like Orryn probably couldn't climb up onto one. It's seated so high. And they look like they were arranged, and they're so large that it would have taken something quite significant to physically move and place these giant stones for whatever was here to sit on.
Okay. Something big. And from where we are, do we see a path up? We're above the clouds?
Yes. You're above the cloud line, hence the sunshine, and for like kind of over the peaks of the spine of the world mountains. The map says you're going to eventually kind of hook back down. This is just, the kind of meandering path through the mountain. You've been following tracks the whole time to varying degrees. Once again, you've been following basically like a kind of carved path through the snow that seems pretty wide, and pretty significant. Whatever was here traveled basically in a single file line through the base camp and then up a ridge.
Okay. I mean, at this point, I think we're all pretty good. How long have we been traveling to get to this point?
It's like about 11 a.m. on the third day.
Okay. I guess we should just follow these tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. As you kind of come through the clouds and deal with the sunshine, you start to realize that you are at such an altitude that maybe you are having a hard time kind of catching your breath. Everybody give me a constitution check, please.
Or based on like cold
Well,
or
Altitude, which I'm pretty sure your boots take care of, yeah?
yes.
Okay. So you're what's the exact wording on it?
I can survive up to 50,000 feet.
Okay, yeah, you're not that high.
Okay.
Okay, what and not what suffer the effects of exhaustion or something? Okay.
Basically, not suffer the effects of cold and anything like that.
Okay. All right. Everybody else.
Will 13 work?
13?
Yeah.
Yes, just barely.
Awesome.
Okay,
Awesome.
well, then my 7 won't work.
It will not. All right.
I suck at rolling. I don't know what's going on anymore.
Tenta,
Well,
what'd
it's
you do?
only the checks. But
Yeah.
you anytime you make a check.
That's like I'll have a
Your
plus
healing's
5
your
and I'll
healing's
roll a
pretty
3.
on fire.
Well, at least I'm good for something.
Yeah, you roll good on the heels. That's why you're here.
I'm dead. I died, guys.
Jaatuuli, what'd you get?
23.
Okay, yeah, you're good. So Kelroth, I guess the heavy armor, the sunlight, just kind of everything. You're gonna suffer 1 level of exhaustion.
I'm dead.
Disadvantage on ability checks, man. That's
Oh, that'll make those rolls
Yeah,
even
that's-
better.
that's your
Woohoo!
initiative. You're going like tomorrow. Tune in tomorrow on One Shot Wednesdays for Kelroth's turn. All right. Okay. So everybody kind of gathers themselves, manages to kind of pull it together, except Kelroth, who just has a hard time catching his breath and is a little lightheaded. And you guys are just going to follow the tracks up?
Yes.
Okay. So you kind of navigate this like somewhat icy, somewhat snowy, and just almost like a sheer kind of rock face. You get footholds and little like kind of paths, so it's not like you're actually like free climbing. But it is kind of treacherous, and as you kind of crest this ridge, you see the path kind of split off 2 ways. To your right, heading almost a much steeper climb than you just did, up a kind of almost completely vertical face, but it does seem shorter to get to the top. Or straight out in front of you, you could go along the ridge that you just kind of crested, and in the distance it looks like there's more of a gradual incline up the mountain.
Guys, I don't really do well with the steepness here. I'm just a little bit short, so if you don't mind, can we just take that path?
We want to take the side path.
I think I would greatly appreciate that, because it's tough enough to grab a hold. That's the thing. In the cities, in Silver Moon, they had this big wall that they put little things in that people would climb up. They called it like a climbing wall or something. I never could do it because I was too short. I couldn't reach the little things. So, I'd rather take the more flat area if possible. I would really appreciate that.
From this angle, can we tell how long it, like how many feet up it is on the steeper incline?
Like, what's the elevation change?
Well, just like how far up is it? Like Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna. If you, from what you give me a perception check real quick, just to see how well you can follow the
Sure.
tracks.
At disadvantage, right? Oh, it doesn't even matter. I rolled a 2. I got 10.
Well, hey.
Because I have a +8, but I still can't roll anything.
So you see basically the path kind of, or the trail kind of do two things. It makes like a steep kind of climb for a couple of 100 feet, like a lateral move over on the mountains for probably about 70 feet, and then another almost vertical climb up for a couple of 100 more feet. Your perspective from where you are in the mountain and the way it kind of dips away, you're not sure. It's a climb.
Well, I mean, I have spells or abilities that we could use that could make that easier, but it's limited. We would be able to get up that, but if there's more climbing, I don't know. I can cast fly or levitate on somebody. It lasts 10 minutes, but it would give you enough movement to easily get over that. Because, like, you know, you can move with flight. You can move 60 feet every 6 seconds, every round, right? So, like, you can move. You'd be able to fly up there pretty quick.
I'm out. See
But
you guys
if we
want to
save it, we could just go the safer and therefore probably like trapped and like, you know, like it's like, oh, choose the harder difficult paths or this nice open comfortable one over here that's gonna threaten you with death.
I'm gonna be honest with you, they're both pretty shitty options.
I mean, yeah, I mean, we're in a mountain, of course. But yeah, I mean, climbing, I'm exhausted too, so climbing is probably less appealing.
Okay.
It's time to pull out the dice.
All right. So like along the ridge.
What's the ridge like? It's
You're gonna make like essentially a parallel or perpendicular move to the, like, going up the mountain. You're gonna kind of go this way, but in order to do that, you're gonna have like a gradual incline here, and then a more gradual incline, and come back around. Or
it's not like in the Witcher TV series. It's not like a little plank of wood. Like there's enough space to walk and everything.
Yeah. It's like I said, it's flat, and it's just kind of the safer way of.
Okay.
All right.
Safer.
Yeah.
Let's go safer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't used any spells yet.
Yeah.
Listen, if we all fall down the mountain, I'm casting fly on myself.
Well, I have feather fall.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Good luck, y'all. Monk, you should be fine. Lizard man, hope you're okay.
He'd probably be fine too. He'd just turn up into a ball like Sonic. Gain super speed. Yeah.
But all the rings would explode when he hits a rock. All right. So you've chosen the ridge. All right. So you're going to make your way along what seems to be a smaller kind of set of tracks as before, as if whatever you're tracking also split up as well. And as you kind of make your way, at this point, the mountain and the kind of rocks are very kind of jagged. And they're just kind of jutting everywhere, so you really can't get like a clear view all the way to the other side of like the ridge where the other climb begins. Along this point on the ridgeline, it's particularly windy, kind of cutting between all of the rocks. There's like that train whistle sensation of being really windy, and it's hard to hear each other or kind of anything else. Can I get a marching order, please?
Jaatuuli first.
Okay.
I feel like
I'll
we
be
have
right
an official.
behind him.
Yeah, and then I'll take up the rear, I guess,
Okay.
because I got defense and stuff.
All right. As Jaatuuli kind of rounds a corner around one of these kind of large outcroppings of rock, there appears this massive creature, blue, kind of a flat horned head, but you only see the back of it as it appears like kind of crouched, and it appears to be eating something. It's back to you.
Orryn will whisper to the party and say, "Ooh, that looks interesting. What do you all think it is?"
Bipedal or quadrupedal?
It looks it's on two legs, eating with two, like kind of crouched like a catcher would be, like standing
It's
hunched.
a bi-quadruped.
Yeah. It's got options.
Are you implying that it's like Golluming? It's like.
Yeah. But
Basically, its limbs are a lot longer than they look right now. Is
Yeah.
what I'm,
yeah,
what I'm
it's
getting at.
it's the same way that like I eat over a trash can at work. Just kind of all like in on myself. But if I'm done eating over a trash can, I'm much more of an imposing stature. Not this imposing.
How far away is it, and does it see us? Like, is it looking at us?
It does not. Its back is to you as it eats, and it has made no kind of sign of noticing you. The high wind seems to be preventing anybody from kind of hearing you coming along on this mountain.
How far away?
It's about 30 feet.
Can I make a knowledge nature to tell if I know what it is?
Yep.
22.
Yes, and you are going to be able to paint a very vivid picture. It's an ice troll.
That's a nice troll.
Okay, I
That
had a
one looks
different.
kind of cute and funny.
I look over and go, ice troll.
Oh yes.
Do they make good pets?
They make good meat.
Theoretically,
just as
that's
well.
troll
Kelroth
sausage,
seems pretty
boys.
hard, so maybe we could play it and make some soup.
Ice troll. So this
Ice
thing's
troll
pretty
soup.
big, right?
Yeah. Like I said, it just doesn't look that imposing because, like I said, it's crouched like over, like a baseball catcher eating. But if it were to stand up, I think they're about like 9 feet tall.
Is there anything else around it?
Just
Is it by itself?
it is by itself.
Are these things sentient?
Yeah.
Julie.
Oh.
Because he would know. Okay.
They smart.
They smart.
Not much smart though.
Yeah.
They can talk. They have
Should we surprise kill it or surprise hello it?
surprise kill is always the solution if you do not know the solution.
I mean, in this world, there's a lot of truth to that.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's going to happily kind of munch away if you guys are going to shoot
I'm at
first.
disadvantage, and I already have disadvantage, and I have a minus to stealth, so I just stop moving at
We're
this
at
point.
30 feet, you said, Manny?
Yes. If you're going to see it, like, as you kind of come out from this outcropping, it's going to be to your right, like, towards the actual, like, mountain itself, not the drop off to your left. And with you being first, it will be, like, 30 feet to your right, kind of up against the mountain.
All right. I look over at Baldr and kind of like bump his arm. We rush him.
All right. We'll go ahead and everybody roll for initiative. We'll do surprise on the troll, so wherever it lands, it just won't go. Everybody will go, and then we'll go back to the top of initiative. Well, once
Okay.
once Kelroth's done, we'll go back to the top of initiative with everybody.
Apparently, I wasn't in as much of a hurry as I thought.
Ooh, this troll's really gonna be surprised. All right. 25 to 20. Anybody really want to get this thing?
17.
Ooh. Anything higher than 17? Is that our winner? Ooh. Okay.
17 though too.
Okay.
So I'll probably go first before him.
Yeah.
Higher dex. Okay.
I only
Guys,
have +2, so I'm pretty sure the monk has me beat.
All right.
guess who's going first?
What?
With a nice solid 0. That's me.
Wow.
Um,
I got a 12.
Initiative 0.
okay, Baldr. All right. Jaatuuli. Okay. So if you guys are going to make like a concerted effort to attack this thing, I imagine everybody's going to kind of slide out from beyond the rock and kind of surround it in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, I think Orryn would want to keep somewhat of a distance because he's wearing heavy armor with like disadvantage to stealth. So I don't think he'd want to like mess up Baldr or Jaatuuli, get the drop. So
But-
I think he'd be.
You guys don't want to do this like a SWAT team entering a room though, where you do initiative
Go,
and then,
go, go, go,
yeah,
go.
and then everybody goes around like the wall, right? You guys want to like get everybody within your
Yeah,
movement
yeah.
probably, and then go.
Yeah, like an ambush, a surprise. Yeah, yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Like I said, I don't know.
Except for me, I'm gonna slip and fall.
Man, you guys, I'm really tired. And it's cold. It's
I'm
miserable.
gonna
This
hold my
sucks.
chest. I'm gonna be like, ugh, I'm old.
All right. So Baldr, you're going to be first to act in the surprise round, as it were.
All right. So I am going to make 2 melee attacks against him.
Okay.
Let's see. Does a 17 hit?
It does.
All right. So the first one will hit, and the second one will hit because that's a 19 on the die.
All right.
So both of those will hit. The second one that I hit with I'm gonna spend a key point, and that will be a stunning strike.
All right.
So I'm gonna need you to make a con save
Ooh.
for 15.
All right. Ice Troll got a +6 to con. Ooh. Rolls a 10, so 16.
So 16.
Yeah, I got a little froggy there with my +6, only to barely make it.
It's too late. I'll wait till my turn.
All right.
So the 2 attacks are gonna be 23 points of damage.
Ooh, nice. Hold on, I gotta do some weird math here real quick. 23. Okay. So what? Quarterstaff and what? Like an elbow and a punch in the
No,
back?
those are actually, I have gone to all melee
Oh, okay.
now. So those are, you just see me going in with fists, and then I'm going to spend another key point and flurry of blows.
Okay.
I imagine it's like Vitor Belfort style, where you just
Yeah.
like, walk forward and push.
The old double windmill.
Yeah.
Hey dog, I'm aware of the living monk weapon. I'm not Lisa Simpson.
15 to hit.
What'd you get?
A 15 for 1.
15, no.
All right. The second one will hit because that's a 17 on the die.
Yep.
And then that is 5 more points of damage.
All right.
So 27 all day.
Nice. So you're gonna come in like some kidney punches in the back, little Dusty Rhodes elbow,
Yeah, and I tried to like hit him with the like palms to the side of the ears, but I missed, and I just like caught him in the neck.
Trying to do the Russian slap championships on this unsuspecting ice troll. All right, so upon it getting essentially ambushed and slapped the shit out of from behind, it's gonna startle and let out just this horrific like roar. I don't know what do trolls do. Roar. And in the mountains and even above like the heavy winds, you're gonna hear this roar like echo off of all the rock faces, and just kind of carry out through this valley. All right, very nicely done, Baldr. What else you got? That's it.
That's it.
All right, Orryn.
Orryn's close enough to move into melee, correct?
Yeah.
So Orryn's gonna yell, "You think you're allowed? Wait till you get a load of this!" And he goes with a thunder punch.
Okay.
Hopefully it hits, or else it'll. Man, I always lose it on my character sheet. Yes, that's a hit. 22.
Yeah.
Like an absolute mark for it.
Oh yeah. Unfortunately, I rolled a 1 on my damage die, so that's only 6 thunder damage.
Okay.
But it sounded cool. And then
There's no debate about that.
The Thunder Gauntlet, as well as another big vocalization from the troll, are going to once again echo throughout the valley.
And I almost forgot I have an extra attack.
Oh,
Level
go.
5.
Oh, nice, buddy.
Sorry about that. Oh, nat 20.
Uh-oh, okay.
Critical thunder.
12 thunder damage.
Nice.
Orryn's not much of a damage dealer, but he has disadvantage against everyone else.
He's got balls, though. Walking up, trolling.
I mean,
hitting him in the knee real hard.
I mean, like, dude, you get punched in the shin. Like that, I don't care who you are. That shit hurts.
Shatters that shin.
All right.
Nancy Kerrigan, he just can't skate anymore.
Why? All right. Jaatuuli, you're up, buddy.
All right. Jaatuuli will casually walk up, hefting his axe, and then just take swing number 1 on him.
Okay.
And it will be a reckless swing, which is a good thing because I rolled really low first. Let's see here. So I'm at a 26 AC to hit.
Yeah.
Yes, one will assume that connects.
It's a troll, not Wolverine.
Oh no. My soul D12 has rolled across the room. I'll be right back.
What do you only have one D12 for, man? The D12 is awesome. Doesn't get enough love.
You only need the one, dude.
Not if you DM Storm King's Thunder, son. You gotta be rolling fistfuls and them bitches all day.
Oh yeah, those giants.
So 16 points of damage from the first chop.
Ooh, very nice.
Reckless attack. My highest to hit is a 16.
16 gets it done.
All right. And the next one is 12 points of damage.
Okay. All right. Is that it? Not that that's not nothing, but.
Actually, I am going to use a bonus action.
Okay.
To take a bite.
All right.
So, and the bite is at 18 to hit.
Yes.
And it's at 7 damage.
Okay.
And I eat a piece of what I bit off.
It is almost like ice crystal frosty when you take like a bite out of it. Not only does it feel like cold to the touch because it's exposed, but like it definitely feels like it's partially frozen as you bite into it. The troll is going to be surprised and not act. However, it does have a class feature called Cold Aura. At the beginning of its turn, any creature within 10 feet of the troll, which as of right now will be Baldr, Orryn, and Jaatuuli, are all going to take 11 points of cold damage, except probably not everybody.
Rough.
Okay.
Absolutely rough.
All right, that's what the troll is. Well, the troll's not going to do anything, but for being in its space, that's going to happen. We will go to Kelroth.
Well done.
I'll ask Jaatuuli if there's any special conditions to this, to killing an ice troll.
Go for its head.
Go for the head. I'm vaguely aware that some trolls need like special circumstances to kill them. Okay.
Fire normally, but you're talking to Jaatuuli, who's gonna swing at its head.
And sort of, right? If I remember correctly,
Not
it's like,
all trolls though. Some trolls it's like fire and acid, some it's one, some it's the other, some don't need any. Anyways, I guess we'll find out. How much did that ice thing do to everybody?
11.
11.
11?
Yeah, it was rough.
3d6.
Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna spend the next minute casting augury. No.
Is this a good idea still?
Is that icy aura, is it like visible? Can I tell how far away or how close you have to be affected by it?
You can see its effects, like for people immediately, like in proximity to the troll. Where it ends beyond them, you don't know without like a frame of reference between not being in the aura and being in the aura.
Okay. Well then, I'm going to join our melee party. But I'm not going to stand next to the creature.
Okay.
I'm going to kind of just stand behind the party.
Okay. Like immediately behind them?
Yeah, with the goal of being within 5 feet of as many of them as I can.
Okay.
Yep. And then, is this thing considered human, like a humanoid, or
Nope.
is it considered a monster?
It's a giant, actually.
Oh, okay. Well, that won't work. I know, I'm like looking at it, I'm like, can I do this? Can I do that? Very well then.
No whole
At this
person.
point, at this point, I'm doing nothing.
All right.
Well, okay, no, I changed. I will hold a cure wounds if somebody gets bit or something like that.
Alrighty. Okay. We'll let you or whoever gets whatever decide the threshold for we're kicking that in. All right, we will go back up to the top of initiative with Baldr. So Baldr, Orryn, Jaatuuli, the troll who will actually go this time. One Shot Wednesdays, break for One Shot Wednesday, Kelroth's turn. Baldr. Baldr.
I'm going to make 3 more unarmed melee attacks.
Okay.
Punch.
Alright, so that's 16 for the first one.
Yep.
19 on the die for the second one.
Yep.
And then a 15 for the third one.
Third one's not going to get it done.
Alright. That's 8 points for the first hit.
Okay.
And 9 points for the second hit.
Nice. Okay. Key points, bonus actions.
No.
No.
Well, the bonus action was the third melee attack.
Okay.
So.
All right. Cool. That's it.
Yep.
All right.
17 more damage.
All right. Orryn, how you feeling, buddy? Thunder Gauntlet the shit out of this thing?
Yep.
All right.
Orryn's gonna take 2 jabs with the Thunder Gauntlet, activating it twice. Hopefully it works this time, so we'll see.
Okay.
The first one doesn't, unless a 10 hits. I know it doesn't.
Does not.
Yeah. And this one does hit it.
Okay.
So the troll's a little too tall. He can't quite get the angle correct on the first one. But then on the second one, he hits, blasting it with thunder, 8 thunder damage.
Nice.
And the disadvantage is back on.
Okay. Maybe you should like punch downward and like smash him in the big toe or something. Instead of punching him in the shin.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe
Just-
Orryn will
yeah.
do that next
I'm
time.
not gonna tell you to play your character. I just like smack, boom, right in the toe, man.
Oh, yeah. Orryn smash.
Yeah. All right. What else you got? That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Alrighty. Jaatuuli, next to act. This troll on just about every strike has like screamed out very loudly, and it's not looking well. It's still a wild creature, kind of, especially where it is kind of pinned against this wall. It has quite the resolve to carry on, but it's not doing too good.
The resolve and the ability are different, I know. So my eyes turn red, and I look at the troll with the most murderous glance ever, and take some swings. Reckless swings, of course. So 17 to hit on the first one.
Yep.
And 26 to hit on the second one.
Yes.
So the first one is 11 damage.
Okay.
The second one is 17 damage.
Okay. So you're gonna slash at it. It's gonna roar once again. Is that it for your turn?
Yep.
Okay. As you hit it for the second time, in a blow that looks very near fatal, it's going to stand up, it's going to roar, and as it does, you're going to see that last wound close ever so slightly, as if it just improved its situation slightly. Actually, if Kelroth is immediately behind somebody in melee, all of you are going to suffer from the cold aura, except Baldr again, I guess. And this time it is going to be 15 cold damage.
To me
Orryn
too.
will
It's
activate.
it's within 10 feet.
Okay.
Orryn will activate his armor's absorb element spell
Okay.
to half that.
All right.
To do 7 instead.
God damn.
Okay.
I mean, we're just gonna die standing next to this thing.
The troll,
That's
who's
too much damage even for me to heal.
first is going to kind of rear back, set its sights on Orryn, who's proven to be quite the little irritant. It's going to kind of bend over to try to take a bite. It's going to be a 14. No.
Nope. 21 AC.
Oh no. All right.
I'm a tanky little guy.
Not being able to bend over quite as far. The troll's a little old to touch its toes. It comes up short and trying to bite Orryn in the head. It's going to take 2 big swipes with its long arms. That's not going to get it done. And a 19 is not going to get it done. So, being evasive and small, the troll is going to miss on all accounts.
Orryn gives him the fingers.
He squints. He squints to see you so far down. All right, Kelroth, you're up.
Do we even have fire to kill this thing, or is this gonna be like one of those mage scenarios where like we're like flicking a little bit of like?
I have two
Just stay still.
ways to use fire. I have two ways to use fire, but Orryn doesn't know that at the moment. So
Okay.
you know,
I
I do
mean-
have a way to pick it out, but like,
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I definitely don't. Even if I don't think at this level I would have any fiery based stuff anyways. Okay. Well, I'll just what level are level 5. I will cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Okay.
Yep. At level 1. It's nice, simple. 15 points
What?
myself.
Wow. Nice.
Well, I mean, that's how much damage I took just standing there, so
Back to
it's
normal.
not that great.
Well, you're keeping
I
it.
had to use a whole spell slot for that.
You're keeping it.
Anyways,
Only one.
yep. And I'm gonna. I don't know. I'm gonna take like 15 feet back
Okay.
to try and not take any more ice damage. Yep.
All
So I'm
right.
gonna step away from the group.
You're gonna feel instantly warmer. Back to the kind of newfound feeling of the sun once again. The troll is going to kind of roar as it believes you are retreating from it. And we will be back up to the top to Baldr.
I think we're having some mic issues, maybe.
Yeah?
Huh?
Yeah.
Huh? Huh?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So, quick question.
Uh-huh.
This like cold aura, is this just like a cold area around this thing?
Yes.
So it's I take it it's just like emanating like a like temperature zone.
Yeah.
It's not any colder than negative 100 degrees, is it?
No, it doesn't give a temperature.
All right. Well then, I don't take any of that damage
Okay.
that you were dishing out. So that was just a clarification for
Okay.
me. And then I will go ahead and attack it again.
Okay.
Oh God.
Does Kelroth know that we need fire or something like that to kill this being?
or so here's the thing. Here's what I'm gonna do if I don't figure it out within a little bit. Orryn's going to be running away. He has Firebolt as an action. He's going to just run away and try to sling fire at it as he runs.
If you did,
Yeah,
He's going to get
that's fair
through one
enough, but
more
I mean,
regeneration.
if you didn't
'Cause,
know
like-
it, like the absolute fact, like we'll say
Yeah.
that you saw it heal itself, like get healed after Jaatuli's strike. If I don't know how learned is Kelroth. Like I feel like that's one of those things that like everybody knows.
He's like
And if
he's
you
mildly learned, but
and
he's
if you
also
if you don't know it, like to be able to recall it instantly, probably seeing it, you would go, "Holy it's the Leonardo DiCaprio meme."
yeah. I might have like heard about or such about trolls, and if this is a troll, even if it's a troll that I've never seen before, I'm vaguely aware that trolls. I will say that I'm vaguely aware. I don't know. Okay. I don't know. Anyways, it's not my turn. Sorry. I just trying to like not meta.
We're gonna meta this, not metaing.
I hit 2 times,
Okay.
and it takes 16 points of damage.
All day. All right.
Yeah.
It's going to roar. Once again, its bones appearing broken from the kind of relentless onslaught. It's going to like drop to one knee, kind of almost unable to support itself. And it's going to be Orryn's turn.
Orryn, frustrated that it seems to keep getting stronger, will try to really hurt it this time. He's going to take his Thunder Gauntlet and he's going to like overhand swing down and hit him in the big toe.
All right.
Just for the DM. The first one's a 19.
Yep.
The second one is a 21. So
Yep.
both of them hit. And I know it'll just regenerate anyways, but it's 18 total thunder damage.
Go ahead and tell me how that goes, because that is going to take care of it. Like it was barely like it had 2 hit points when it. No, wait, hold on.
You ruptured the sepsis in its toe.
Yeah, like 11. It had like 11 hit points when it regenerated. Like I said, it's barely hanging on. So go ahead and tell me how Thunder Gauntleting into the toe is going to dispose of this thing.
So I guess because it's 2 strikes, I can comment just a little bit. So first it strike hits it in the big toe, and you see it's just like its big toe just like bursts. And then
Squish.
as it leans over in pain, Orryn will like go up and hit it in the jaw. He can finally reach up and get in the jaw where it leaned over, and its jaw will just like blow off from the thunder.
You've made me proud today.
Thank you very much, Jaatuuli. I've been learning a lot from you and Baldr on how to, fight in close quarters.
Oh, look at him. He's getting rough and tumble.
Yeah. Ha! Ha!
All right. So as you smash this troll in the toe, it's going to let out like another roar. The wind suddenly is going to have subsided, and for the first time you kind of get like the kind of reverberation and the kind of way that everything bounces off the mountains here and echoes, until it fades from being able to hear. You continue along the ridgeline, and as you kind of turn to where the path seems to turn...
Break in, Manny.
Huh?
I said, I'm sorry, Manny, I have to break in. After the troll goes down, my eyes are still red, and who is nearest to me?
It's going to be Baldr or Orryn. You guys are all kind of clutched up together.
All right.
I guess canonically it would be me, since Orryn was the last one to attack the troll. I guess I would be like the closest to him.
All right. I look over at Baldr and roar in his face and take a snap at him.
Oh no!
I didn't do very good though, so I only hit a 12.
Doesn't hit.
I mean, I'm standing back, so I see this happen. He clearly snapped at Baldr. I'm gonna be like, oh, whoa, what's happening?
Go ahead and Kelroth at least, and Baldr, give me like a perception check, because depending on if you're looking at him when he comes at you, or if Kelroth is in the back and sees it all.
Well, I'm in the back. And
Perception?
we've already addressed that I was the one that noticed the eyes from before.
Right.
I have disadvantage, but I still rolled a 15.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
Okay. Out of the corner of your eye, Kelroth's suspicions are almost going to be confirmed that you might have played it off, you might have seen something before. This time you're almost positive that you know what you saw and it matches your previous suspicions. For the first time, Baldr's gonna see Jaatuuli in combat, even if he's raging or recklessly attacking, with this really quick kind of flash of red in his eyes as he bites but misses at Baldr. And then what? As soon as you're done with your bite, your eyes go back and you're good?
No. 1 second.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
My eyes go back to their normal yellow color, and what's everybody staring at me for?
Hold on, let me see.
Okay. I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna be like, you totally tried to eat Baldr.
No. All there is friend.
Your eyes went red, and then you tried to bite Baldr. We all saw it.
No. That's not Jaatuuli.
I've seen this
Really?
before.
I hate this. Well, I guess
You fight with
Orryn
your rage, don't you?
Of course.
So
But I'm not even upset.
you let your rage get the best of you
Fine.
is what I'm sensing.
I feel fine.
We just had a big battle. We wouldn't lie to you. You totally, whether you were aware of it or not, you totally attacked Baldr.
Orryn will go over to
Quickly
Jaatuli's
there.
side and say, Kelroth, Baldr, are you sure you didn't like missee it? Maybe he was just like tired after the battle.
No, this is the second time I've seen him get
He
red
kinda,
eyes.
leans over and looks at Baldr critically. There's no bites.
It's because I know how to defend myself.
I'm gonna.
I'll start feeling my teeth.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna just.
Hey. Yeah.
Can I make an insight check? Is he lying or is he genuinely unaware?
Yeah, you can. I'll let Jaatuuli decide whether what you get out of it.
All right. Go ahead.
Well, I rolled a 22.
I have no fucking idea what you guys are
Okay.
talking about. Genuinely.
Okay.
I'm concerned that everybody's staring at me.
Okay, cool. This is like the second or third time I've seen you with red eyes now, and this is the first time I've seen you snap at a party member.
You mean just sorry, just 1 second.
I'm like, Kelroth is sort of intuitive and stuff. I'm trying to decide whether I'm aware that he's cursed or not. I feel like I would know at this point.
All right, sorry.
Yeah, I'm just gonna, on instinct, I'm going to cast my new spell on Jaatuuli.
Okay.
It is Remove Curse.
Okay.
It causes him to, if he is cursed, for the curse to end, and if it's an object that's cursing him, it breaks his attunement to it so that it can be removed or discarded.
All right. Do you want me to do that one, Manny?
What, the roll? Yeah, I don't want to make that decision. That's not. Yeah.
Well, he's
I'm
got
just doing this on instinct now,
I can do
so
the description. How's that?
I don't know what's going. I don't know what's happening. I just.
So what'd you get? Or what's is it one of those things where if the creature's willing, they don't have to make the save? Or you cast it and it works?
I cast it and it breaks the owner's attunement to the object.
All right.
There's no rolls or anything. If I cast the spell, that creature is no longer cursed, and if they were in possession of a cursed object, that curse breaks the owner, or the spell breaks the owner's attunement, so that the object is still cursed, but they're not they're able to
Subject
remove
to it.
themselves from any effects that the item had on them break, at least for the moment.
Okay.
So that they have time to drop it.
All right. Jaatuuli your sentimentality towards this axe is going to kind of come to a sudden end, and without you even knowing it, it's going to fall like from your hand, and yeah. There are going to be now that you're free of the axe, you're going to kind of become aware that you have a couple of holes in your memory, where you genuinely feel like you are not aware of everything that has happened since attuning to the axe.
I'm just gonna like, so I cast a spell at you to remove curses. Are you okay?
The axe hits the ground, and I kind of shake my head, and where is Jaatuuli?
We're on a mountain. Just briefly, you had red eyes, and you tried to bite Baldr.
No. Maybe I did.
Yeah, that's what happened.
I was under the influence of that axe. It is cursed.
What's the axe look like?
Like Stormbreaker.
To keep with the Marvel theme.
Like a big ass
I
Stormbreaker.
like it.
Hammer on, like blunt hammered end on one side, big axe face on the other.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
This axe tried to take Jaatuli's mind and make him work against his friends.
Orryn like kicks the axe.
I imagine it was like standing up straight and it just kind of falls over.
Yeah.
What? Where did we find this axe?
The blacksmith gave it to me.
Oh, jeez.
We're gonna have to have some words with him, telling you a cursed axe. We need a refund or something.
Yeah. What do we do now?
Now, either break the curse of the axe, or Jaatuuli throws the axe.
The spell that I used, which was one of my top level spells. There goes bye spell slots. It can't break like magical items are really powerful, and I don't think it can uncurse this item if it's cursed. All I could do is protect you from the axe temporarily.
I'll hear Kelroth and Jaatuuli talking about curses and stuff like that, and you'll see him
his eyes
like,
go red.
Well, like you'll see my eyes kind of like actually light up really quick, and you'll see him reach into his pack for a second and fiddle around, and you'll see me pull out a scroll and give it to Kelroth. I believe this might help, and I'm going to give you a spell scroll of remove curse.
Oh. Okay. Well, I don't think remove curse can.
It's.
Yeah, it can't remove the curse
only.
from the item.
Yeah.
All it can do is it basically protects the person from the curse of a cursed item.
And I did a quick Google search too, and apparently it's either DMs, however the DM says to remove a curse, or there's no like canonical way.
Is there so there's not like a more specific spell that would do this? There's
not from the quick Google search.
Okay.
No.
Magical items are always kind of like, especially named magical items and stuff, are kind of implied to be stronger than, they're like the ring. You can't really destroy them outside of extraordinary circumstances, like a wish.
I would like, it's not going to get rid of it. And what's the timing on like how often it has to like?
Well, basically, a cursed item only affects somebody.
For Jaatuuli, like if he's attuned to it, like how often before you knocked it out of his hand does it like make you do shit?
Well, so he's no longer attuned to it, so he'd have to reattune to the item if he wants to get cursed again, basically.
And like I said, my thought process is like you're not going to remove the curse, but like you're going to make it less effective if he was to pick it back up.
If he picked it back up and he attuned to it, he'd be cursed again.
Like I said, but if it's after every combat encounter, I would make it like every other combat encounter. Like the compulsion to do something. A, his awareness of it, and B, you having toned down the power of the curse for what, because it's not it's not a Serax curse. Like it's something that you bought like in a essentially like a pawn shop in 10 towns. So yes, it is a curse, but it is not like Serac or like a red dragon or anything. This is just somebody who was relatively competent in a curse.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, based on my understanding, I've like removed the curse from him, protected him from it, but yeah, I mean, I couldn't stop him if he wanted to pick up the axe again and accept the curse. That's I'm just saying, like that's my view of the spell. Is it's broken, but like the item still is what it is. So I mean, he could pick it up and throw it, like
right. He's not. It's
at
not,
least
it's
my
just,
understanding is like when you to get cursed by an item, usually
you have to attune to it.
You have to attune to it,
It's
and
not
like
just pick it up.
making the connection with the item is what lets the curse kind of.
It's the same thing with
affect
Orryn
you.
carrying the wand around. Yeah, he's carrying it, and it's awful. But as long as he doesn't
But
think
unless
about
he
it
really
too
uses it or attunes to it, it's not really gonna affect him. Some items can like just affect you. Like
they'll make
an item can burn you or something.
Yeah,
but
or they'll just make you compulsively like, all right, Jaatuuli, what do you want to do, buddy? Like I said, you can take whatever kind of information you feel like being free of this curse has processed and kind of affected Jaatuuli's outlook towards it.
Jaatuuli will take his old hand axes out, chink, and kind of look at them with like a certain level of fondness, and look over at the axe on the ground and put one axe into the other hand, pick up the axe and huck it down the mountain.
All right. As you huck it off the ridge, you're gonna watch it hit like the snow still in the sunshine, but because of its weight and the kind of steepness of the mountain, eventually it's gonna kind of slide in the snow and disappear below the clouds. The wind has got.
I was just I know that was a nice axe and you did good killing with it. I'm sorry that that you had to lose your axe.
There are more axes.
That's true.
Jaatuuli's old axes are quite capable.
Good.
All right, soldier on, follow the path.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry about all that.
No, you're good.
Just gotta read all that shit.
All right. So you continue along the ridgeline, kind of weaving in and out of all these rock outcroppings, coming out the other side to kind of the trail, kind of turning right and heading up the mountain from your perspective. And it starts to get a little bit steep. At no point do you really feel like you're going to be, precariously dangling on any rocks or anything. The path seems to be just like a trail of snow. Everybody keep going?
Yep. Yeah, I guess so.
And same marching order: Jaatuuli, Baldr, Orryn, Kelroth.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, can I just quickly ask, how is everyone doing health-wise? I know we took some cold ouchies.
Yeah. But everyone else has less hit points than me, so.
Yeah, I'm doing okay, but I did heal myself, so I don't know how everyone else is.
I have 47 out of 70 left.
Ooh.
I didn't
Okay.
take any of that cold damage, so.
Right, you avoided it all.
I'm at 34 because I used that absorb element, so I'm
34.
good.
What's your
Yeah.
cap?
54.
Okay, okay, okay.
You know, we could always just short rest or
That's
whatever.
true. We can
Yeah.
short rest, and
Save your
because
stuff.
we haven't used any of our hit die yet, but it's good to know. And
Yeah.
I always have the ability to.
And I have those potions of healing too.
I have yeah, that's true too. But I also have the ability to. I have 25 like stored up hit points with my channel divinity ability. I can only use it once, but then I can restore 25 hit points to among all of us, but only up to half of everyone's max. So it's kind of like it's best to use like as a last minute resort.
Here's a shit ton of hit points.
Yeah, like I can drop a shit ton of hit points. I don't have to roll for it or anything. And I can do it to multiple people, but only up into half your maximum hit points. So it doesn't do anything unless you're injured. So it's like my get out of jail free card kind of thing.
I say we wait.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, I have a really high AC and I have absorb element.
That's true too.
Yeah, the AC was a big thing with.
Okay, well, we should just keep our eyes out for a place where we can take a short rest.
Okay. You're going to continue up. Like I said, it's going to be steeper. At no point is it anywhere like a free climb or having to depend on footholds. It's basically just like a steep, snow-lined trail, essentially. At its higher kind of points, Orryn will probably have to use like hands and feet because it's so steep, but not to hold on to anything, just to help.
Orryn will use his smith's tools to like
Ice
get
hammer.
into the
Okay. Think Rocky IV training montage without like carrying the log up this mountain.
You might carry the log.
You might. I was like, you're Drago in this analogy. If he dies, he dies. So as you kind of make your way up, you start to get, higher and higher above like the ridgeline where you just were. Everybody give me a perception check really quick, please.
17.
Okay.
Oh, 2.
Oh.
18.
Okay.
18.
All right.
I got disadvantage, but I rolled the same number twice.
So as you kind of get up in elevation to the point where it would be hard to just kind of stand, you'd have to kind of lean to account for the steepness of the climb. Down below, everybody except Orryn is going to see movement nearby where the dead troll lies. And as you kind of see down, you see another figure very similar to it, probably another ice troll, kind of make its way over, see what is left of the troll, and give out this just enormous roar. Up through the mountains, it's going to resonate off of everything and deep into the valley. And as it does so, you are going to feel like a rumbling from deep within the ground in both your hands and feet as you continue to climb. As the echoes just kind of continue for probably way too long, the vibrations in your hand and feet are going to increase. A slow, like just gradual rumble is going to begin and eventually become almost deafening as your hands and feet shake underneath you. And as Jaatuuli looks up after one particularly loud echo, a large sheet of snow is going to be sliding off the mountain down the narrow ridge that you're on. All the screaming and everything from the troll has essentially triggered an avalanche. And on that note, we are going to take our mid-show break. We're going to come back and go through these somewhat complicated yet very entertaining avalanche mechanics when we come back. It is it is 8:25 right now. We will try to be back in about 5 minutes at 8:30. Hopefully everybody sticks around and learns some avalanche mechanics. We'll be right back. All right, you guys, we are back. The party fresh from killing an ice troll who shouted their business to the mountaintops, literally. And as they began like a kind of steep climb up the mountain again, making their way upwards, as crows are just crossing it, another troll stumbled across the dead one, made a guttural scream, and triggered an avalanche. The party going single file up this kind of narrow kind of indentation in between the rocks. All right, so as the rumbling increases and Jaatuli's going to notice essentially a piece of the mountain and snow cover just tumbling towards you at an incredible speed. All right, Jaatuli, I need you to make a dex save, please.
All right, I see it coming. You said so.
Okay.
That helps me. I got 23
Okay.
because of my advantage.
All right, so you are going to be able to kind of get out of the way. You are going to just, because like I said, you're in this kind of like channel as you see it. You're going to make your way like kind of out of it. So in the same way that like a sewer line would kind of funnel everything through, it's going to funnel it past you as you get up. Baldr, I need you to make a dexterity save, please.
All right. Ooh, 17 plus 7. 24.
Okay. Lightning quick reflexes and seeing the large wizard or lizard man getting out of your way, you're going to make your way up to outside of the kind of rock channel that you're on as the avalanche slides by you. Orryn, dex save, please, sir.
I'm dead.
7.
7?
That's a success. Yeah, 7.
Okay.
That's a success, right?
So I don't know if Baldr's ass is big and you didn't like get a clear view of it. The avalanche is going to like hit you square in the face. I'm gonna need you to make a strength check, please. Strength save.
Oh, not good at that. 13.
Okay. So as the kind of snow rushes over you, you're going to kind of hunker down and just grip for your life. And as you do so, you're going to be able to hold on as the snow just kind of covers you, running over you. You are going to take 7 cold damage from just the ice and everything racing over you. All right. Kelroth, dex save, buddy.
I'm dead. 9.
Okay. Now make a strength save,
You did better
please.
than Orryn.
Yeah.
By 1. A strength save, yes. Hiya! Oh, 17.
Ooh, okay.
Kelroth's strong. He's just not agile or dexterous.
You two are going to be able to hang on with the snow kind of rushing over you. And you are going to take 6 cold damage. And Baldr and Jaatuli, as you make your way to the side and watch the avalanche like slide by you, you're going to notice the final 2 members of the marching order not quite as lucky, and both are going to be buried under the snow. You are almost positive at no point did you see like a leg kind of pop up out of the avalanche, like signifying that they'd been, kind of caught up in it and would be swept downwardly. So the avalanche eventually kind of subsides, and all through the channel is this thick layer of snow, and Orryn and Kelroth are nowhere to be seen. Give me a perception check that you like visually followed them as the avalanche hit. An investigation, as in you're pretty sure they held on, or a nature survival check because you know avalanches. I'll let you decide.
All right. Well, I got a 20.
Okay.
So I critically have knowledge of avalanches. I grew up around them my whole life. So there's 24 right there. Nature.
And that's an 18 perception
Okay.
for me watching Orryn's little feet go from like standing to up in the air. So
All right, so you're gonna both have a good idea of where they would be in the snow. I'm gonna need a strength check to kind of start digging.
All right. You want Jaatuuli to make the strength check?
Yes, and then each one of you tell me who. I figure each one of you dig after one of them. Each one of you tell me who you're digging after.
I'm stronger, so I'll dig a little deeper. I'll go after Orryn.
Okay.
Sorry,
My
Kelroth.
Buddy. Let's see. Strength check is it's different than a save, right?
Yeah. You can call it an athletics check for the physical like feat of digging.
Okay. 22.
Okay.
Big hands, strong arms.
Baldr,
It's big.
Baldr, what'd you get?
and that's a 10.
Okay. So Jaatuli's gonna dig and dig and dig. Big arms, big hands. Eventually get to Orryn. Baldr's gonna be a little less precise, both because of his role and Kelroth being at the back of the line. But eventually they'll kind of dig everybody out, suffering no more damage than they would have by remaining in the snow very long, and completely disrupting something that probably could have killed at least two of you had everything gone like horribly wrong. So you're gonna dig Kelroth and Orryn out, slightly worse for wear, having gotten caught in the avalanche. The trail that you are following is now gone. The snow seems a little softer and a little easier to climb in than the kind of like rocky, crusted snow that was on here before. Sun's still out. Best you can tell, no more avalanches in store. Just continue going up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there any sign that there's going to be more avalanches, or that there's any other like immediate danger?
As you look like directly above you, the path that you're going to have to take, the kind of sheer face of rock where this batch of snow came from is basically been exposed down to the rock. It doesn't seem to have any like kind of sedimentary snow on the side of the mountain anymore. Couple little more climbs. The fresh snow makes it significantly easier. And as you kind of get to the top and head back across the ridge, basically, opposite how you went when you encountered the trolls. After a few feet, you are back up to a place where an avalanche didn't just occur, and the trail begins again, starting like single file and eventually kind of spreading out into from what has been like just like a singular track of carved snow to a giant area of tamped down snow with blood in a couple of places, what looks like a very large body that is half frozen and half picked at by some sort of creature, and gigantic rocks that look like they were burst like where they sit, like something threw them down and they broke apart when they hit wherever they are. So there's large boulders that are kind of in like 4 or 5 pieces all over at the top.
All right. Well, Jaatuli's going to start sniffing that blood and start poking around on that dead body there.
Okay. Give me an investigation or perception check for the body.
13. What is my best? Is it not investigation? So I will go perception.
Okay.
18.
The size of what is left of the carcass as well as the exposed bones are going to tell you that this is probably the corpse of one of the Goliath barbarian tribesmen. What's left of its kind of gear and outfit fits. Dimensionally, it seems about right. It's pretty big. Coupled with the fact is that you believe that they have been this way.
Jaatuuli kind of puts his head down in a sad gesture, looks over to the party and goes, I have found one of the Goliath men.
Orryn looks a bit sad, recognizing it, and says, well, whoever did this must not be too far away if this one is found here. Yes? Whoever did this to him, because it looks like he's been like, what, sliced in half?
Like picked apart, yeah.
By birds. You're not sure of what it like died from, just because of how the animals and stuff have picked at it.
Okay.
Am
never
I
mind.
able to like tell
Orryn will
how
say that.
long he's been dead?
Yeah. Will that be investigation?
Medicine?
Yeah, medicine would work.
16?
Maybe a
Like
day.
decomposition?
Not very much. Probably because of how cold it is. The skin doesn't look like it's changed color or discolored. Everything, most of the parts missing are not from decomposition, but from being like picked at by something.
We can tell that this is a barbarian, right?
By size, like what's left of their outfit. Yeah. I mean, like I said, it's either this or like a legit giant, which are actually much bigger than a Goliath.
We kind of were told that they had come this way, hadn't we? Like we had been told that they were trying to get the druid or something. So maybe this was somebody who got lost or attacked or something while they were up here. Maybe. Is there anything on or near their person that like might provide us a clue or anything?
As to
like
what killed it?
Yeah, or maybe even like, are there tracks? Like, is there tracks of somebody coming and going, or others coming?
Above this kind of ridge line where you are, the path kind of goes up another little hill, and there appear to be like 3 parallel grooves in the snow. The center one accentuated with footprints, and the other 2 no footprints and kind of a rough like shape cleared through the snow.
Well, I mean, there's not much we can do here. Should we bury him?
Waste of time.
Very well then.
They don't even bury
I don't
people on
know.
Everest.
Yeah.
They just leave your ass there.
Yeah, sorry, bro. Eating your
I am.
eating your Cheerios.
Yes.
Here's
Stupid.
me. Living, paid for it last year.
Okay. Well, I guess let's continue on our way, cause.
Okay.
But like, yeah, we'll keep our eyes out.
As you kind of follow the trail up this last little hill, you come to essentially like the top part of the mountain. There seems to be a little pass, and this kind of path / trail you have been following seems to continue back down the mountain on the other side of it. To your left, in the part of like the absolute peak of the mountain, you see a large opening. Everybody give me a perception check, please.
18.
Ooh, okay.
18 for me as well.
All right.
Orryn's finally starting to look at us around.
22.
All right. Kelroth, what'd you get?
Sorry, what was the roll?
Perception?
16.
Okay. As everybody makes it to the top of this little hill and in this little kind of like canyon, I guess. I don't know, rocks. As you make your way and you see this giant cave opening, the trail making its way into the cave, off in the distance, kind of echoing from within the chamber, you hear the faint sound of like steel on steel, and like a monstrous kind of raspy roar.
That's not good.
Hey, wait, is it in front of us?
Out of the cave, once you reach the
Oh.
top.
Yeah. Okay. How big is this cave?
The opening appears to be about 30 feet tall.
I see. Is there any other routes or paths in the area, or is like all this led to this big cave?
All the trail ends at the cave. There does appear to be like a trail, and the map that you've been roughly following thus far, in addition to the trail, says that like it continues down the other side of the mountain.
But there's a cave right there
There's-
before we head off
Yeah.
to the other side.
Right. Do we care about this cave and the scary sound coming out of it, or should we like not?
Well, we just heard some shit come from there, so Jaatuuli will scout the cave.
Okay.
Wait for...
Scout.
All right.
You are all not stealthy.
Yes. I stand still.
All right.
Yeah, or it's
So you're going to kind of make your way in this kind of narrow pass through these kind of high rocks. And as you do, you walk by, you see the cave will kind of fork not too far off of the entrance, and the trail seems to kind of go into the cave and in the fork to your right as you look into it.
All right, I'll look over to my party and kind of give them one of these. And I'll start to sneak. Wow.
Riley, thanks for the
I'm gonna
sub, buddy.
talk about it. I'm not gonna touch it.
Oh no.
Shitty job. No. So I'm at 22 on the sneak.
Okay. As you kind of make your way into the chamber, or at least through like the kind of entrance to where it forks, to your left, it's going to look like a snow-covered rocky like path through the cavern. This giant kind of ice lake, and what looks to be another passage that kind of leads off from there. To the right, you're going to see the 3 parallel kind of things through the snow and the cavern continue, as well as 2 large white lizards that are kind of just ambling about.
Do they look like they're my clan?
No, they're actually guard drakes. So dragonkin, no wings. They are white, not the blue that they will appear on stream. D&D Beyond doesn't have a white guard drake option. It's got a single horn sticking out of its nose. It's the redheaded. I don't know. You're probably closely related to it. Maybe not quite dragon. It's not either. But they just appear to be like kind of ambling like about aimlessly through this kind of like hallway.
Okay. I will go ahead and sneak back out.
Okay.
And catch back up with the party and tell them there are ice drake in there. We should leave.
What are ice drakes?
They are dragon.
I don't. Yeah, let's go.
That's as much as Jaatuuli's got on that.
Yeah.
They are dragon.
No, the picture kind of looks like ice doggo.
Yeah,
Or like lizard doggo.
yeah, it's like a lizard beaver or something.
Yeah.
All right, so fuck this noise. We're out.
Looks like we could kick its ass. I can't see the picture on the stream.
Oh, hold on. I'll put it up.
Oh,
I'll
you
put it back
can?
up.
No,
Yeah, it looks pretty monstrous.
I just see a loading swirl going on.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
I think it reminds me of like the behemoths from Final Fantasy.
Yeah, it's like it looks big and long. It's like a blue scales and a horn, and
Like a
it kind
beaver-
of looks like
like
a dog if it
and
had
a-
scales
and
and
a beaver tail.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay, I see it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How big was it?
The scale here is a little off. They're about like 6 or 7 feet long. There are
Okay.
2 of them.
So they're
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 going to be smaller than the white dragon hatchlings that you dealt with in Jaatuuli's village.
Oh.
Oh,
I mean, they're still big. That's like a
Yeah, yeah,
It's, I
from
mean,
the picture,
it's a giant crocodile or alligator for sure.
We should eat them.
from the picture, it looked like,
Yeah.
its
Bumpy.
horn was like the foreign height, just the horn itself.
Yeah, I was like shitting my pants from the picture, but
Yeah, they're like the
I mean,
lowest
it's
form of like they're dragons, but they don't have wings. They're guard drakes. Like this is they're the Rottweiler of the dragon world.
let's kill them and eat their bodies.
I mean,
Your attitude sure changed there for a second.
I thought about this.
Yeah,
you're like, let us run, but also eat them now.
I had time to reflect.
Yes.
Let's not be rash. Let's kill them.
How many were there?
There's 2.
One for you, and one for me. I know you don't fight, but Jaatuuli excited, so.
I'll let you eat it though if you want to.
Yeah. Do we need? Is this the way to go? I'm kind of like looking at the map and kind of seeing that it doesn't say anything about going
This
into a
is a
cave.
This is if you don't do side quests in RPGs.
I know. I mean, I do. But I'm just like
I mean,
Kelroth
it's kind of like
I'll
focused
be honest,
a little
in
bit.
Mass Effect, I've left a lot undone.
Don't dragons
I mean,
like
it's
to
up to you
store
guys.
treasure? Don't dragons like to
Yes.
store treasure?
But I
So
don't.
be-
This isn't really like. It's not really a dragon. This
Yeah.
is like a.
This is not the This is not the treasure kind of dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a.
Meat-
This is like a big Komodo dragon.
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
a
with a horn.
mythical
And
magic dragon.
a Komodo dragon, rhino, beaver.
I doubt it's sentient in any way.
These
Uh,
are for eating more.
Oh no! Oh no! No. According to its stat line, it is no. Like it's probably like a goldfish. Just
It
an
likes to bite.
yeah, just an angry one, and it's gonna forget
Well-
you bit you.
I leave it up to you strong guys to figure out what we're doing.
Jaatuli's excited. Let's go kill it.
Okay.
Or both. Is everybody okay with that? Because
Yeah.
I wander off on my own.
Sure. No. I mean,
Yeah.
I'll follow you. Yeah.
I'm all as pumped as me, so I'm heading off. Like, yeah.
Yeah. I lead in
Orryn waits
conversation,
until
not in the
Jaatuuli
battle
makes a
decisions.
charge, and then he just goes the other way.
Okay. So, typical marching order into the cave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you, because they were kind of ambling around just kind of randomly, as you make your way back into the cave, it is just happened to be turned like towards the entrance of the cave, so it sees you.
How bright is it in the cave? Can we see in the cave? I mean, I have dark vision, but
there seems to be like torchlight or something from like deep in the cavern, like as the corridor winds out, and whatever light that is illuminating the ice walls, so everything has this kind of like electric blue kind of aura about it.
These are somebody's pets. We're about to kill someone's dog.
Dogs, plural.
Then.
All right, everybody roll for initiative, please. Ooh.
19.
Ooh, nice. Okay.
15.
15, 16.
15. What's a
15.
5?
0.
Oh, no way.
Another one.
How are
Well,
you
I'm rolling at disadvantage.
At least you haven't gotten a negative.
I guess so.
And that's a 5.
I mean, I have to
Woo!
roll a 1 to get a negative.
All right.
I thought you rolled a negative one before.
I have, yeah.
Okay.
It's not today.
Because I have -2, so on a 2 I got 0,
Uh,
and on a 1 I get -1. Because you can't roll a 0, so I can't get -2.
You're like a frail old man.
Yeah, well, no, it's a bit of a cripple.
Okay. All right. So everybody kind of goonies their way into the corridor. The drakes not really expecting you, but you did stumble into them. I don't know, scratching up against the walls or doing whatever they do. They're gonna give a little roar as you get deeper into the cave. The sounds of clashing steel, the roar, and even some kind of muffled sounds of common can be heard on through the corridor on the other sides of the drakes.
We're dead.
Orryn, you are first to act.
Orryn will go up to the first guard drake
Okay.
and use his thunder gauntlet.
All right.
My partner does not agree with us attacking the cute dragon doggos.
Well, they're going down. I'm doing 1 and then a 2.
Explain that there is no grocery stores in the area.
12 doesn't hit.
12 does not, but not too far off.
And the 10. So Orryn misses
Beautiful.
both times. His device just malfunctions. So
Okay.
he like goes and he hits it, but like the device doesn't go, and the thing just like it's just like a like a paper ball being thrown.
Like if my toddler
And he
punched
just-
me in the arm. Like,
Yeah, so he just sees the guard drake with its teeth and horn pointing at him now, and he's like, "Hi,
what? Okay.
I was petting you."
The one that you ran up on is going to try to take a bite out of you, being the only one in range. 13's not going to get it done. It's after it misses its bite, it's going to swing its spiked beaver tail around at you. Also not going to get it done. 18. The second drake is going to do the same thing, take a bite and swipe with its tail.
I
Ooh.
like to believe that nothing misses Orryn. It just goes tank and
Yeah,
kinda
like
it's just like a
falls over.
like that.
All right, so that's going to be a nat 20.
I might be in trouble now
11,
after
18.
taking.
Don't worry, my initiative is 0,
Um,
so I'll get there.
Orryn's going to take 21 piercing damage.
Oh,
Very well. Orryn, that one, like,
No.
just like, Orryn's a little dizzy right
Oh.
now.
Okay.
If y'all want exact numbers, he's got 11 hit points.
Why do we do this?
The circle of stars. All right.
Yep.
That's going to be it for the drakes. Jaatuuli, next to act.
Jaatuuli, seeing his little buddy get bit, flies
Little
up
buddy.
into a rage. I'll go ahead and scream in akin to the way that troll did.
Okay.
I'm letting the world know that it's fucked up. So the one that bit Orryn,
Okay.
I recklessly attack him for a 17
Yep.
and for a 15.
Both of them will hit.
All right. Oh, Shazam will hit. So 10 and 12 damage to it.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use a bonus action. Oh wait, I have not had a short rest, so nope.
Okay.
10 and 12.
Quite angry at the fate of his little buddy. You're just gonna take what, 2 big swings at this thing. You're gonna hack it up. You're gonna hack it up pretty good.
Oh, I forgot actually. That was. I get one more attack because I have 2 weapons now.
Okay.
So. Oh, critical.
Okay.
So, how do we resolve criticals again?
I'm gonna go ahead and assume that you're gonna do the damage to kill this thing. So, is there any chance you get less than 4?
Not at all. I
Okay.
have to roll against myself. to
Okay.
get
You'd
that.
have to roll a negative.
Yeah. Okay.
Are there negative numbers on my die?
I have to roll a negative d12 to get down to below 4.
So, go ahead and just describe how you just absolutely just punish this thing for hurting your little buddy.
The first axe goes into one side of its head. The second axe goes into the other side of its head. And then I just rip both axes out at the same time and just take the top of its head off.
Okay. It's gonna slump down, just dead. The other one is going to roar. Is that it for your turn?
Oh yeah, that's
Okay.
it. That's
All
what
right.
I got.
All right, Baldr. You got 1 drake left. Yeah. Off in the distance, you still hear the sounds of combat, and what sounds like a kind of like death curl, like, and like a heavy object slammed to the ground. The sounds still continue, just less frequent as before.
So, these ice drakes, were they, like, Did they make the move first, or did we make the move first?
They, like I said, they're kind of just meandering about in the hallway. So when you turned like the corner, they saw you, and everybody knew. You know, for them, fight or flight. For you guys, we're doing this.
We want to take a short rest in the cave, and we're gonna do it, even if we had to clean it out.
All right. Well, having already made one mistake towards creatures that didn't quite deserve it, Baldr is going to attempt a stunning strike. That's the only thing I'm gonna do, though. I'm not like going to attack. If it does, if it makes it save, then
Okay.
So does a dirty 20 hit?
Yes.
All right. So it needs to make a con save of 16.
Okay. It's gonna make an 8 on its save.
All right. So it is now stunned.
Okay. For how long?
Till the end of my next turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you're gonna make your move towards it. Gonna like Vulcan neck chop it. It's gonna splat, belly down, legs out. In the snow. And as it does, the kind of silence from the shuffling of the drakes or them yelling or them moving is quiet, and all you hear at the end of the hallway is like a heavy clang, 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 clang coming from the next room.
Is this thing still alive?
Yeah, it's still alive.
Oh,
It's
he's
just
not-
stunned. It's just stunned, and it's just. I don't feel that we need to kill everything. I don't feel that we need to murder everything we come across, everyone we meet. This death
is
is
non-sentient.
wearing of all. I can
The
see
beast.
why I turned to Kelroth, and I can see why you now seek the path you do.
Oh, well.
And then I'm just gonna turn back. I don't wish to kill this creature.
Non-lethal
Oh
strikes.
no, he likes dogs too. Well, I mean, okay, it's stunned.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's done.
I mean, if it keeps trying to bite us, like we can't let it eat us.
After it,
Tie it up. I'm not opposed to tying it up. I'm just saying we don't need to senselessly slaughter everything we come across. Like,
We don't totally, but also it's a monster. But also, I've never hurt nothing. Also, get out the ropes before it's unstunned.
Okay.
Hog tie this beast.
If I use a web spell, can we?
don't do
If
it.
Yeah.
No, we got ropes.
Especially if I'm next in initiative, just save your spell slots.
Well, okay.
Who's next, Manny?
So after Baldr, it is going to be Kelroth. Like I said, for the most part, like combat is sort of, you guys are kind of free to do what you want. One of them's dead. One of them is out cold.
Well, I'm still raging.
Okay, wait, but I'm like, should I waste my 300 gold diamond to resurrect the dead? Is that what you?
you don't have to resurrect it. I'm just saying, like
Just
I said,
no
we
more.
don't have. We just said we don't need to senselessly kill everything.
I did it.
Um,
I'm just fucking around.
so-
Okay.
If you can stop me from flipping it over and ripping its belly out with my snout, then do it.
I mean, I'm already in front of you, so I don't know what you. So I'm already between you and the. So you're literally going to have to go through me no matter what. So if you're gonna come trying, then I will stop you.
We're gonna find out what
I will
Baldr
make it
tastes like tonight.
I will have to bump you out of the way with my head and try to bite him.
He is rage. Well, okay. It's my turn, sort of technically. I'm gonna do the more important thing and cast Cure Wounds
Okay.
on Orryn.
All right.
Okay.
That's more important. Oh, well, 9 hit points.
Sorry, buddy. That's
Hey,
very
that brings me
important.
up to 20. That's
I
probably
rolled a
survive.
1.
No.
Okay.
So, here I am helping, just doing my helping things, helping out. Well, okay. Well, what's the plan? Wait, we heard like a screaming in the distance, didn't we?
Yes.
There was like and then like a falling down. Like, I pull out my rope, and I'm like, if we're doing this, chop chop, let's find out what happened inside. It sounds like somebody needs help or
Okay.
is dead.
All right. So you're gonna tie it up.
Well, I use my action to cast a spell, so I can't really tie it up. I'm sort of keeping in.
Okay. All right.
Leave that up to somebody else.
Then we'll go to Orryn next in initiative. Back up at the
Shoot.
top.
Orryn will attempt to give non-lethal blows to the Drake to make sure it stays passed out or unconscious
Okay.
instead of killing it.
It's gonna sleepy judo chop it.
Well, does the Thunder Gauntlet, it being thunder damage, like, is there any way I could say, like, it gives if I, maybe directing it at non-lethal
Technically-
purposes?
Firewhack damage.
Technically, any melee attack, you're allowed to
Take a little pepper off.
say
of it.
that you're making it as a
Yeah.
non-lethal attack. So
Okay.
if you're attacking with a sword, you hit with the pommel or something like.
So
It's
that's
one of those
what I'll do.
loose 5e rules that they don't really quite clarify. Like,
Amongst
technically,
other things.
you do full damage, but you're not knocking it out, and you're using a slashing weapon. It's like, okay.
Orryn will aim the Thunder Gauntlet at, to injure, not maim or kill. And we'll strike at it twice, assuming Baldr doesn't stand in the way.
Okay.
If Baldr stands in the way, Orryn's like, he's not gonna try to.
I'm already in front of it. I didn't move away from it. I literally I stunned it and I'm standing there. I haven't moved away
Baldr's
from it.
fronting on
But-
it.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is Orryn will go try to attack it unless you try to stop him. In a non-lethal way.
Can I tell if he's gonna if it doesn't look like it's gonna non-lethal from the get-go, I will
He's like, "Shh."
enter.
Punch it in the ribs, not in the face.
Yeah,
With-
yeah.
with the
I'd
body.
be going. I guess I'd be going at Thunder Gauntlet would be more towards I usually hit in the knees because I never do enough damage to actually kill something. But I guess that's where I'm going is the knees, just to make it to where it can't
Charlie horse.
walk for a day. Yeah, like Charlie Horse. Yeah.
All right.
Nice, good,
Yeah.
solid Charlie horse.
So, is that okay?
I mean, I guess if I understand your intent from what you're doing, then yes. But I'm not gonna let you just sit here and slaughter this thing as it's lying unconscious on the ground.
I think Orryn would recognize that you
Major
intentionally only did one strike to stun it rather than
To kill it, to move into and just yeah.
Yeah, so I think Orryn is on the same page as far as that goes. So, we'll go with that. You just say the word if you want it to stop, and Orryn will attack. 14 for the first,
Yes.
11 for the second. That is
No.
So even though this thing, actually, if it's stunned, do I have advantage if it's stunned?
I
Probably.
think so. It's prone.
Yeah, I had to make it off. So let me do that one again. Oh no, it's still miss.
Okay.
You were trying to
So
be so careful that you're like, oh, crap.
yeah, just
Temper enthusiasm.
Orryn's like trying so hard not to kill it. Yeah. It does 7 thunder damage.
Okay. You're gonna kind of hit it. The thunder sound.
Envelopes the cave.
Is gonna kind of echo through the cave, and as the sound kind of reverberates through the kind of corridor, whatever commotion's coming from the next room seems to have stopped, and all that can be heard is what sound like something very large coming your way.
Awesome.
Fabulous.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking, hopefully it's not like an actual dragon.
Okay. As like the footsteps get closer, does the Drake get to make a save or anything on its turn?
No, it's unstunned.
Okay, so
It's just until the end of my
the-
next turn.
okay.
It's stunned, and then it'll be unstunned.
Okay,
So it's stunned.
yeah, it's the Drake's turn. Do they get to do anything?
No.
No. Okay.
No, yeah, they're just unstunned.
Okay. It's now Jaatuuli's turn, and as I don't know how you mark that the Drakes don't do anything. Yeah, the Drake kind of twitches. The heavy footsteps continue, and the kind of light that seems to be coming from the next room is suddenly cast in a large shadow, and a deep kind of thundering familiar voice can be heard. You have not even come close to the root of the Valley of the Kings. You have come but a fraction of the way necessary, and you have not even begun in your quest to defeat me. And as the sentence finishes, from around the corner is going to come a massive skeletal body carrying an axe that is probably the size of Jaatuuli. And Jaatuuli's probably going to recognize the attire and a lot of things as essentially an undead frost giant skeleton with the creepy, icy, glowing blue eyes.
Orryn will say, "If only Warlock were here. I've met him at Silverhaven. He knew all sorts of stuff about the undead."
So it's going to slide into initiative in an appropriate place.
Still good to go.
I don't think there's any appropriate place for this creature.
I agree.
Okay. So it's going to come around the corner and just kind of continue, not necessarily making eye contact or anything with anybody, just vacantly staring like forward as it makes its way to the party. And Jaatuuli, it's going to be your turn to act.
I see Baldr protecting the one on the ground, right? He's made it pretty obvious that he doesn't want to kill it. So I will reach down with my mouth and grab the other one, and pick him up in my teeth, and give kind of a "let's get the fuck out of here" nod, and I'll start dragging the my prize out.
Okay. Alright, so you're going to make your way out.
Yeah, dragging the thing in my mouth.
Okay.
Shaking it occasionally.
All right. You're going to take your full movement to do so?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Baldr's turn. You're going to see this kind of frost giant skeleton making its way from around the bend. And Jaatuuli appears to be ready to GTFO as he makes his way kind of out of back from whence you came.
Aren't we not here to solve this plight? Why are we running now?
Jaatuuli looks at you and goes,
Yeah.
like, hello, look at what's over there. Are you gonna jump on him and punch him to death?
If so be it, then this is what we are here for, is it not? We literally came in this cave. We have no idea what else is in this cave.
That's true.
If we run now, then we might as well just run back to town and stay there and never come out again.
I'm standing there shaking the map. I'm like, we're not even supposed to be here.
If you see a gold coin underneath a blender, you're not gonna reach through the blender to get it. We're gonna just.
Oh no! I just watched Saw. You'd be amazed. Yeah.
Well,
I mean, I will follow your lead, Baldr. I've made it clear that we could take off if we wanted to.
I'm just we have no idea what's in this cave. We hiked all the way up this mountain for no reason to kill this poor Drake, and then I'm just like, oh well, let's get out of here.
Kill evil druids. Anyways, I can tell you what's in here. That's.
I mean, it's not
we can at least see, and that would be what I just like. You know, like you don't understand. You never know until you try.
And Kelroth is super effective against the undead.
I mean, if I committed acts of violence, maybe.
What about turn undead? Don't you have that channel divinity?
If I do that, then I can't heal.
We don't want him to.
Well. Oh wait, we can
Also-
have short rest.
also my
healing
turn
potions.
undead.
I don't know about y'all, but I literally have like a bandolier full of healing potions.
It's if I turn undead, it's not gonna do much to that thing. It might make it afraid of me, but that's about it. It ain't gonna kill it.
If you want to fight him, Baldr, I can easily make it back to you without impeding my actions.
I mean, we might as well see what it's gonna do. There's no sense in not seeing what it's gonna do.
I agree. Why not? All right. Well, to keep my rage alive, I ripped the throat out of the one that I had in my mouth.
Okay.
You just basically bite down, just like.
Yeah.
I guess I
You
will
attack
move
the
up
corpse.
towards the skeleton
Okay.
and make
Magician.
my 3 attacks.
All right.
You've got
Let's see.
all the- You're gonna punch a skeleton?
15 for the first one.
Yep.
It's big. It's probably not very fast.
12 for the second one,
Not gonna get it done.
and a 19 on the die for the third one.
Yes. So 2 out of 3.
Okay. So that is 7 points for the first hit, and 10 for the second one.
Okay. All right. So you're gonna flail at this thing, hitting it in its exposed like leg bone. It's gonna kind of jerk as it acknowledges the damage that you've done to the bone.
Well, I mean, I can do bludgeoning, piercing, whatever. I can basically just pick what I want to do and just.
So you're gonna your strikes are gonna like reverberate through the body. You're gonna watch it kind of tremble as it makes its way to the top of the figure. Is that going to be it for you?
Yeah, for this turn, yeah.
Okay. And now that it is the end of your turn, when it comes back around to the Drake, it's going to be good to go, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So after Baldr is actually going to be the giant. Baldr right in front of it. It's going to just take 2 giant swings with its great axe. Oh man, horse shit. Ooh, 16.
Nope.
Damn.
Pucky is a more fun word.
I was like, man, I was like, ooh, +9 maybe. So it kind of slow, not seeming to be entirely in control of its own faculties. It's just gonna kind of and miss both times. Do the giant Kelroth to you.
Oh God.
Yeah, Kelroth, what do you got?
Um.
You don't have to turn on that.
Well,
I'm
okay,
just
hold
saying,
on. Let me
in
just...
an emergency, we have an option.
I just can't see where. Okay, it says destroy undead, but that doesn't work. I don't see turn undead. Divine, and maybe it's just not written here. I got
If you go to
preserve
your
life.
channel divinity.
Oh no, there it is. Turn undead.
Yeah.
Okay, so then it says. Wait. Okay, so. Okay, well, it works as an emergency, but that would be it. And yeah. It's like an emergency because this thing is definitely stronger than like a goblin, so it probably won't instantly destroy it. I'm going to begrudgingly get close to Baldr, get into a Baldry range, and actually, well, I'm gonna have to cure wounds Orryn first. So I'm gonna cure wounds Orryn for an 11.
Yes.
And then I'm going to run to a Baldry direction.
Okay.
I don't want to stand next to the monster, though I'm pretty sure it can hit me from like a mile away. But I want to stand as close as I can to Baldr without being next to the monster.
All right, so you wanted to go monster, Baldr, you.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Cool. Is that it for you on your turn?
Yeah.
All right.
A lot of stuff.
We are back to the top with Orryn. The Drake appears to kind of be coming to. It at least appears to be moving. You don't know its intentions yet. Pretty sure you know the intentions of the giant skeleton.
Orryn, knowing the giant skeleton is a lot more worrisome, will run to assist Baldr, and we'll get on the side of the skeleton and Thunder Gauntlet it,
Okay.
hoping to blow some of the bones out of it.
All right.
However, and so I guess he can only hit it in the knee, though. He's always aiming at the knee.
Hit it above the fur-lined boot. This
24 on the first.
Yes. By a mile.
And 16 on the second.
Also yes. Double yes.
So that's 11 and 10. So 21 total thunder damage.
Okay.
His ankle exploded.
Yeah, it's knocked out one of the 2 shin bones.
Baldr, when you did your attacks, what kind of damage did you do?
It could be. I guess it would be bludgeoning.
Okay. And you did what? 23 all day?
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on. And then Orryn, you did what? How many?
21 total thunder damage.
Okay.
Thunder.
Sorry, I missed something in the stat block. So between Baldr's like blunt strikes on the bones and Orryn's like blunt bludgeoning attack, the reverberations and everything about these 2 strikes seem to be exceptionally effective against this monster, we'll say. All right, so you hit it So it has now disadvantage when it comes to its turn on anybody except you, yeah?
Correct.
All right.
Yep.
Hey, level 5. Eventually going to learn all your abilities. Fabulous. All right, so it is actually the Drake's turn. It's going to kind of wake up, see the skeleton, and start to make its way out of the cave as it seems to be afraid of it as well. Yeah, so it's just gonna start to make its move out towards the mouth of the cave, kind of just slithering by who would be in the back.
Jaatuuli.
All right, it's gonna kind of move past you, so you can go ahead and give me an opportunity attack if you so desire.
I will, and it will be non-lethal.
Okay.
I see a begrudging like hitting with the hilts.
Thunk.
It's like it's like whenever back in the day, whenever they would like smack a horse with the side of the sword
Yeah.
to get it going.
17 to hit.
Yes, that's gonna get it done.
All right. So 12 points of non-lethal damage.
Okay.
From my tail. I just take my tail and give it a whack across the head.
As you hit it, it's ever more startled, turns into a sprint and escapes the cave out into the sunlight. From where you stand, you can't see where it went, but it definitely got the hell out of Dodge.
It was like a yaw situation.
Yeah. Yeah.
From my tail.
Say no more, fam. I'm not moving fast enough. I got you, fam. I'm out of here.
Yeah.
All right, so the Drake is going to be out of the cave and for the most part out of everybody's view. It is going to be Jaatuli's turn with the big giant skeleton in front of you.
All right. I will spit out the piece of, or spit out the body of the Drake that I had in my mouth and run towards the giant skeleton and try and grab its axe.
Okay.
Reach up and grab its axe and try to wrest it out of its grip.
All right. It's going to roll an 18 on its strength check.
All right. I also did, so that puts me at a 22.
Okay. So you're going to, essentially wrest this thing like out of its arms. Its grip being such that in its bones and the nature of it, one of its arms, like from the elbow down, is still going to be holding onto it as you grab it.
Oh God! Start gnawing on it.
Think like Thing from the Addams Family, but taller.
Yeah, and I'm chewing on it.
All right, so you've wrested this thing. I don't know what an unarmed strike is for something this big, but I guess I'm gonna have to figure it out. Okay, cool. So you rip this thing away from it.
Yeah, and I have a move left, or an
Okay.
action left.
Okay.
So I'm going to now swing it at the troll.
Okay.
This much large axe. I'm going to attempt to hit it with it.
No, go ahead.
All right, I could heft it. I don't know how sweet, but yeah. All right, I'm raging, so I'm much
Okay.
stronger than normal.
All right.
So I got an 18 to hit with the giant thing.
Okay.
What?
And because of its weight, what's your strength score?
My strength is 18, and I'm raging.
Do you have advantage on that?
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
I have advantage on strength checks.
It does 3d12 plus 6 when it swings it with a 23 strength.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you 2d12 plus 6 with it.
All right.
It's heavy and it's awkward, and you're basically just going to kind of swing it in a big arc and probably like try to chop its legs out like from underneath it because of how big it is.
So 24 damage from it.
So you're going to take a big hack with it, and as you hit it, it's going to, basically just like a cartoon, you're going to chop the legs out from underneath it. It's going to kind of float in the air before it crumbles. And as the bones crumble, instead of kind of being this one collective form, the blue eyes go dark, and as it hits the ground, the bones scatter as if like tossed from a plastic bag, not like a skeleton that just fell down. The cave is quiet, and from inside, this same kind of glow exists from the next room, which I guess I can put the cave back up. Boom, boom.
I'll look over at Baldr and go, "Don't kill the drake. Let's fight the skeleton."
There's always a bigger evil. As you saw, even the Drake was scared of this thing. Why not solve multiple problems?
Who is the barbarian? Baldr or Jaatuuli?
Okay, so like I said, everything goes quiet. There's the dead drake with the body ripped out. What was once a frost giant skeleton now, like a bag of bones, are a scattering of bones. And like I said, from this other room, from whence the frost giant came, there's this odd glow that has been like illuminating this whole chamber.
Is this a magic?
Well, we don't hear that clanging sound anymore?
No.
Okay.
And it's not a magical axe?
It is not. It's just very large.
All
Is there anything on the body? Or like, attached to its like belt or anything like that?
There is a necklace with black crystal.
But like, is it a human-sized necklace or is it a giant-sized necklace?
It's small on the giant.
Okay.
Based on its intelligence, it probably doesn't need a lot of rock. And also in its pouch, you're going to see a regular humanoid-sized ring that appears to be silver with a very light blue rectangular cut sapphire in it.
Take the ring and put it in my pouch.
Okay.
I want to look ahead and see what the sounds were from before.
And Orryn is going to go to a corner and lay down because he just got the shit banana.
Y'all go ahead. I'll be right here on your way out.
Yeah, he's going to let them go on ahead. He'll catch up.
Okay.
So I will walk over to Orryn as he's lying down, and I will give him one of my healing potions that I have. So you now, if you take it, you'll get 10 hit points back.
But it'll.
And
so
also, I'm going to.
Orryn will be okay on hit points for the moment because I got like those 2 heals from.
No, it's fine. Either way, I'm still just gonna come over there and just force feed you this potion.
You're feeding him a potion?
Oh yeah,
You don't know what's in the next room.
Take your medicine, boy.
You're getting potions shoved in your face.
I appreciate it.
You are a barbarian, Baldr. I told you.
Okay. So you're gonna make your way to the end of the corridor. The trail, the 3 kind of parallel paths through the snow and the cave still are. You can still see them. it'll go down some stairs and onto what looks like kind of a bigger sheet of ice as opposed to like a snow kind of lined walkway. Scattered about in a couple of places are the bodies of the barbarian tribesmen. Two of them, it looks like, that they have huge abrasions on their backs as if they were dragged from outside up through this cave and basically cut down by this frost giant. Off in the corner of the room is essentially the largest black crystal you have yet to see. It's about the size of like a lantern. It's not like a little pendant on a medallion or a bunch of dust or whatever. This one is quite significantly large, and it is on like an altar, not like an altar, like a just kind of a piece of ice, be about chest high to everybody except Orryn. And it is the light source in this room, despite being black and essentially shiny but opaque. It gives off this kind of creepy, natural blue glow that has illuminated this entire like cave network.
Does it look to be made of the same crystal as all the others, like the other stuff?
Yep.
Have we seen any evidence that these crystals can glow like this before?
No, you've only seen them in small little bits, or prior to this, the biggest one the biggest one you'd seen prior to this is going to be the one on the giant out in the hallway. And even that is going to be, probably for a giant, it's probably, like a pack of smokes about like this.
Okay.
So it's going to be scaled up for a giant. The ones you saw in like Jaatuuli's people and everybody else was like a quarter sized.
Is there anything else of note in the area?
Just the kind
Just
of
this crystal.
and the dead bodies of the barbarian tribesmen.
How recently dead?
Based on them being the only two things in here, you are probably safe to believe that they were what was occupying the giant for a period of time, and why it also may have been something of a relatively easy encounter. Maybe they had weakened it.
But how many barbarians are in
There's
here?
two bodies.
Plus a third out front.
How freshly dead? Like are they like totally destroyed, or are they like a little bit dead? Like is one cut in half, or
no, nothing dramatic.
No? Okay.
They look kind of, a little sunken in eyes, like they hadn't eaten. The trek up the mountain was probably rough. Dealing with whatever they fought outside was rough. Being dragged up here was pretty shitty, etc. They died from a bunch of stuff.
I mean, should I resurrect one of them? No.
That choice is up to you if you
No.
choose. I know
it's
their
expensive,
tribe,
and
their
like
tribe would
time
enjoy
sensitive.
them back.
Yeah.
I don't know how they would feel about it.
Like we're sort of allied with the barbarians. Most of them
Yep.
have been good people.
They're the only ones besides like the people in towns that we've had like positive interactions with. Everybody
and
else
those
we've
dwarves.
just, put to sword.
Those dwarves,
dwarves
they
were
were
kinda
alright. They were scary.
Jaatuuli looks over at the big crystal on the ice altar and looks down at the axe that he has in his hand. Should we smash it?
I think so. It looks like It looks like he wanted it, so. And he's using these things for mind control. I don't see why we would want to keep this. This is a big one. This is for like mind controlling something big. Bigger
Like-
than a giant.
No.
Okay. Should anyone have opposition to Jaatuuli smashing it?
You can try. Hopefully it works.
Jaatuuli goes over to Baldr and, are you the barbarian? Do you want to smash it?
You want to smash it? Go ahead and smash it.
All right.
I just want you to see to try and quell the bloodlust in your heart.
Jaatuuli laughs and puts his hand on Baldr's shoulder. Do not worry. The rage will not overtake me. I am free of the curse. I appreciate what you're doing.
You say you're free of the curse, but yet you always.
Well, that curse. The rage will always be within Jaatuuli. It is what powers my motives.
You're right. Just remember that your rage can be used for good.
It sure can, and we've learned that together, Baldr. Now, excuse me. And he turns around and the full force of that axe.
I am gonna ask you to give me an attack roll.
All right.
All right.
It is a big ass axe.
Yes, it
There's
is.
no why
And
I could just...
it is a stationary rock as well.
All right. So I am at 14.
Okay. You're gonna cleave this thing in two, and as you, what do you got? Like little baby hand axe? Oh, you're using the big giant thing?
I'm using the giant's axe.
Okay. So as you from overhead.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you bring this heavy axe down, that once you reach a certain point, its weight is going to do the work bringing it down for you. Just as you hit the top of the crystal, everything is going to seem like it freezes, and a moment is going to last for what seems like eternity. Your body's going to freeze, everything's going to freeze. You're going to literally be right at the top of hitting it, and the creepy deep voice, "It matters not, son of Icewind Dale, for soon you, all its inhabitants, will kneel before me." And as it finishes talking, your speed kind of resumes. You cleave it in twain, and I need you to make an intelligence saving throw, please.
Oh, I'm gonna kill that.
The barbarian.
Oh, hey, no, I actually rolled all right. Look at that. Wow, that is not indicative of my intelligence. So I got a 19.
Wow. Okay.
I got a +1 and I rolled an 18. So.
All right. You are going to take 3 psychic damage as this kind of shockwave hits you as you cut it in half. It's going to just kind of and fall into 2 halves. As it does, the glow is going to stop instantaneously. The chamber is going to go dark with still, we'll call it dim light just from the bright sunshine outside hitting all the ice, but your light source is going to go from the big chamber to now the cave entrance.
I will cast Dancing Lights and make 4 small torchlight sizes float around the room.
Okay. The lights are going to come back up in a much more natural sense. As you look around the rest of the chamber, there's going to be a sheer 15-foot kind of ledge on the opposite end of the room. And from closer to the entrance, or off back from whence you came, you're going to hear chuckling.
Can I move? I can move the lights, so I'm gonna move one of the lights into the direction of the chuckling.
Okay. Back up the corridor. Uh, as the light kind of makes its way, it's going to refract off of the ice in kind of interesting ways, and you're going to get a shadow cast in front, like just on the corner of the wall where it turns, and you're going to see like very briefly two 5 foot tall kind of lithe frames kind of crouched over that just as the light kind of turns, they're going to be there for a second and then the shadows are going to disappear. Like they made.
I move it back.
As you keep following, are you going to keep following or are you just going to send the light after them?
Like did it run? Did it run away?
Yes.
Oh.
As the light rounded the corner, it's going to see it and it's going to have seen its shadow cast on a wall where you could have seen the shadow.
I'll chase after it. I keep concentration on my lights, but now I am having all of my lights chase after them. They can be 120 feet away from me, and they move at a speed of 60 feet.
Okay. So the lights are going to basically, as you make your way around the corner back into the tunnel.
Get them, harmless lights.
The lights are going to just, excuse me, disappear out the cave entrance, and you're going to hear the kind of like quick footsteps in the snow of something running away.
Can I see it? Is it how far away is it?
As you're going to make your way all out of the cave.
I mean, I'm chasing after it.
Okay.
But I'm not going to chase after it too far, so I want to see when I see it.
Okay.
If I see it.
Everybody else, you going to follow Kelroth running after this thing?
Follow the madman, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Orryn will follow as well.
All right.
I'm mad.
As you all kind of make your way out of the cave, it's going to take you a second for your eyes to adjust. You seem kind of overwhelmed by almost snow blindness from the bright sunshine reflecting off all the crisp white snow. And as you kind of come out and look around at your feet, you'll see two sets of really closely placed footsteps or foot tracks in the snow. And as you kind of follow them and look up, about 200 feet in front of you, you're going to see
200.
You're going to see two figures in black furs, like completely obscured, with little flecks of like long white hair peeking out from underneath the hood as they kind of really hit the giddy up on their way down the mountain past the cavern.
Yeah, I mean they're 200 feet away. I stopped the chase at the entrance of the cave, but I watch what direction they go in.
Like cowards. Cowards!
After a couple of seconds, after you've reached the mouth of the cave, they both kind of stomp and look over their shoulder, see the distance between you, and stand there for a moment and casually turn and go from what was like a full-out sprint away from you to a slow kind of almost taunting walk, continuing down the other side of the mountain.
That's funny.
Well, okay. The last time we fought Drow, it hurt. They did ouchies. Their swords had like ouchie poisonness.
Yes, cowards.
Let's is there anywhere else in the cave that we haven't really explored?
The other passageway, when you walk in, it splits in two ways. When you were in the big chamber with the dead barbarians, you did see, like I said, like a 15-foot high ridge on what would be the opposite side of the cave.
and I head that direction
Okay.
and just investigate it before establishing like a safety perimeter.
All right. You're gonna make your way in. The other corridor is just gonna kind of lead down, even down some steps. Eventually to the top of the ledge that you saw from the grand room. So it was just essentially another way in, but from an elevated position. So for every, like, you've basically made an entire circle through what you can see of the cave network.
Well, this is our cave now. Should we set up camp here? We could like post guard at the front. There's no other way in, and then we can post camp.
It's only going to be like in the afternoon probably by now, after the avalanche and everything. So you're not going to be able to take a long rest, but if you're comfortable with the just the dead drake and the pile of the two barbarian dead bodies, if that's lower than your threshold of unacceptable dead bodies in a place, you could take a short rest.
Yeah, I mean, we can move the bodies, skeletons, whatever, as long as it's not moving. The barbarians, did they have it? I will go back to them and I'll just check if there's anything on their person.
It doesn't look to be. There is a map, very similar with, at least as far as like kind of landmarks and identifying features of the trail thus far, seeming very similar to yours.
And while I'm when I finish searching them, I'm just gonna kind of be like, oh, sorry I couldn't help you. I only have one chance to save somebody, and we're kind of on a dangerous mission. So I hope that we can accomplish our mission. But I hope you had a good life. And so I'm just kind of rambling a little bit.
Dying by frost giant skeletons probably an honorable way to go.
I mean, yeah, and they don't look like they're children, so it looks like they lived a life.
Yeah, good run.
So I'm just kind of justifying it in some ways in my head.
35 years, that was a good run.
Yeah, I'd like to take a short rest.
Okay.
So if everyone else is comfortable with that, this would be a good opportunity to use some of those hit dice that we got kicking around.
Well, you guys are doing what you're doing. Jaatuli's ripping strips off of the drake that he killed and trying to get a little fire together. Finally, I will have meat.
And quick question for Manny too. With Smith's tools, how long would it take to, I guess, cut into that axe and make it Jaatuuli size?
I mean, it's Jaatuuli size now, if I can swing.
It's literally, I mean, it's, essentially it's kind of like a heavy polearm, because polearms are usually about the height of the wielder. It would literally just be like probably cutting the handle down a little bit, just to shorten it, like a sawed off great axe.
Okay, so, Orryn, assuming you let Orryn do this, Orryn will just kind of resize that to make it more easily swingable by Jaatuuli, make it user friendly.
Okay.
I approve of that.
You need to put a handle on the axe so that he can go for his sawed off great axe.
Like an extendable portion, so I'm all.
All right. So you guys are going to take a short rest. The sun, as you take your short rest, your kind of natural rhythm as to your time in Icewind Dale, is going to tell you it's about the time when the sun sets in Icewind Dale. Your body's going to tell you that. Every bit of your senses is going to tell you that you're an idiot and to shut up. The sunshine is bright. Anybody looking out from the cave at essentially the high point of the sun during the day, is going to just kind of, like I said, that kind of reflective snow blindness, that's going to kind of affect your vision looking outwardly to a certain distance. Orryn's going to set to task on sawing off Jaatuuli's axe to a more reasonable size. And you guys are going to take a short rest, and we're going to go ahead and call it right there in a nice little pause in the action. All right, so before the long rest, how many hit points does everybody have?
Before the long rest?
Yeah, the short rest.
But before the short rest.
Or yeah. I have 41
Okay.
of 53.
All right.
I had. Sorry, you had.
Oh, sorry, brother. I have 44 of 70.
Okay. Did you get any healing? No, right?
No.
What?
Okay. No, I'm just trying to see, I'm just trying to gauge everybody. She's only 44 but you were raging. Did you get a hit while you were raging?
I did not.
Okay.
I took the axe away from it.
Okay. Orryn, I knew you were in trouble. You got some
Yeah, I
healing.
had 41. I got the 2 heals from Kelroth and the healing potion. I think I had a 3rd heal too in a different battle, but I had 2 in this past battle. Right, Dustin, did you
I
heal
think I
me?
gave you 1 each battle.
Yeah,
1 with the troll and 1 with the giant.
I definitely got 2 in this recent one. I thought.
Yeah.
Well, it's because you got the healing potion.
Okay.
All right. Like I said, we're going to leave it there. The party fresh, taking a short rest in the frozen cave. Something chasing after them and running away down the mountain. That's where we will pick it up next week. And before we get out of here, let's meet. We spent 3 hours with these amazing characters. Let's meet the even better people behind them. And we'll go back the opposite way from whence we came. So we will start with Baldr. Tell us about Lewis.
I'm Lewis. Again, as you've known, if you watch this from week to week, chef, father, husband, love it all. Love playing D&D with these guys on a weekly basis. Can't wait to play them more.
Right. Awesome. Jaatuuli, the kind of, got rid of the axe today, buddy. You all right?
Yeah, I'm okay. I let go of it in my heart before we.
All right.
I would have smashed the shit out of these guys if I couldn't have made my will save. It would have been bad.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, I probably never could have hit Orryn, but if I did get a chop in on him, it would have been bad.
Yeah.
So I was okay with letting go of it.
All right.
And now I have a new axe.
Well, yeah, I got to come up with something for that.
Yorm's great machete.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Frostbones, whale, whatever. We'll come up with something cool for it. So yeah, tell us about Tenta.
I'm Tenta. I play Jaatuuli. I am a husband and a grocer and a huge fan of pro wrestling, MMA, bare knuckle fighting, slap boxing, all that stuff, especially the Russian slapping. Ah, God, it's so fucking good. So basically anything full contact I'm all into. So if you want to come and talk to me about that or metal, anything like that, you can hit me up at RipTentaSqueeze on Twitter, and it'd be a great thing to do to hang out and chat. And I love these guys, and I'm so glad to be a part of this D&D group.
I love you guys. You guys are great. Let's move down to Orryn, Thunder Gauntlet man today, buddy. You hit more than you missed, yeah?
Yeah, I actually did pretty well this time. There was that one against the Drake where I missed both in a row, but I did get a critical hit tonight, which was fun.
And with your 21 AC and the disadvantage on attacking everybody else, that's starting to become like a real thing.
Oh yeah, because if you think about it, 21 AC, that gives me like what, a 25% chance to get hit. Like most things are +6, right?
Yeah, everything tonight was like +6, +7.
Yeah, so it's like a 25% chance. So getting hit 1 out of 4 instead of like 50% of the time, that's huge.
Yeah.
But anyways, I'm Landon Baker. I'm a software developer during the day, but at home, I have a wife and I have 2 Saint Bernard dogs. They're great. I love fantasy games. I love steampunk. I love, especially D&D. This group especially has made D&D a lot more enjoyable for me than
Hey.
some previous groups I've been in. So I really appreciate you all having me on.
We love
It's
having
been
you, buddy.
awesome. And yeah, I look forward to it every week. And tomorrow I'll be joining the one shot. So
Nice. All right. Let's finish up with our international correspondent. Kelroth, tell us about Dustin.
I mean, not that international, It's like,
I need a passport to come
anyways.
see you. And if I have to mail you something, it's going to cost a shit ton.
And you're not allowed up here right now.
Oh.
But yes, my name is Dustin. I play Kelroth. I used to be a dungeon master, but nowadays I'm a player. And I enjoy all the fantasy stuff, the video games, the Dungeons and Dragons, and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, I enjoy playing with this group. I wish secretly that we could play more. I want to know where this goes,
I agree.
It's hard, like now I'm so into it, and
Plot
we have
hooks.
and also like I know that there's still so much more to go, so I'm like, oh gosh, like it's that video gamer in me that's just like faster.
Yeah.
One more
You
level.
know?
One more
Gotta
level.
fight that meta and just enjoy the experience, which I am.
Awesome.
So thank you.
Awesome. All right. I'm Manny at GrowedUpGeek on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Like I said, give us a like, show us some support on all of those platforms. When I'm not here on Tuesday night, 7 p.m. for Twilight Malediction, I'm here on Wednesday nights, also at 7 p.m. for our Wednesday show, One Shot Wednesdays. Rotating players, rotating adventures. Gives everybody like a bunch of chances to play different characters. It gets me the opportunity to kind of tell stories for just one day, which is an infinite amount of fun. Players have a great time with it. I have a great time with it. It's a great show. Tomorrow, 7 p.m. And then Sundays, you can catch me doing a homebrew 5th edition Greyhawk campaign on my very good friend Wiley Hobbit's Twitch channel. And hopefully, once work settles down a little bit, I will be able to return to our Monday game where I play as a divination wizard with Wiley Hobbit as my dungeon master. So everybody, thanks for coming out tonight. Big round of applause to our amazing players who I adore, and this channel wouldn't be anything without. To everybody who watched, thank you very much. And if we don't see you tomorrow for One Shot Wednesday, hopefully we'll see you back here next Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time for Twilight Malediction. Until then, everybody have a good night. Thanks for coming out, and we'll see everybody later. Bye!